Gonna try a little series where I kind of pick a random crate of my gaming stuff out of the attic and figure out what's in that box. Um, this may seem kind of stupid, but it's like I haven't done a good job of cataloging this stuff over the years. I've gotten rid of most of my like games except for things that actually like were special to me. I think 10 years ago I thought like, oh, once I own a house or own a big house, that I'll have like racks of games everywhere or whatever, like the real maximalist YouTuber kind of layout. Turns out I'm not that guy. So instead, but I retained like most of my hardware, and I have a lot of it in play like the living room or in this room, set up to play. But I have a lot of extra stuff and hardware that I really do want to keep for various reasons, but I don't like want it on display. So I need to do a better job of like knowing what I have and eventually getting rid of some extra stuff. But since I know I have some interesting stuff, I thought this would be like it might be an interesting thing to do here. And then maybe we'll find some stuff that like is worthy of getting its own video. So I don't know. I got the copy of The Stranger from when Prince died. Japanese magazine with Iwakuma on it. A copy of Entertainment Weekly for Fast and Furious. And then, let's see, Persona 4 Dancing All Night Vita skin. Definitely need to keep that. Fast and Furious Showdown for Wii U. This game is terrible, but I think one of the cool features, this version of the game, I think used the Wii U gamepad as the rear view mirror. So when you're doing the Rio heist level, it you can see the I think you can see the safe dragging behind the car. I think it was kind of janky if I remember correctly, but pretty cool. Copy of Seattle Times when the Mariners actually made it to the playoffs back in 2022, or when they advanced to the ALDS uh, after beating Toronto. What do we have here? So empty box for Sega Saturn Action Replay. I think I've had this for probably 25 years. There's a bunch of other carts that I have now, but that was my first one that I think I used to play burn games instead of having a mod chip installed. Although I think my uncle showed me how to solder one time and we put a mod chip. So Game Boy Color carrying case with a Game Boy Color in it. And oh, there's my Game Boy Flash card. So I'm pretty sure this one. Oh yeah. So this one has been. It's got IPS screen, and then it's got the flash cart in it. Should show something that boots up faster. All right, so that seems to work. Okay, I probably shouldn't leave these. I thought this might have a battery mod. I really should take those batteries out so I don't have a gross mess at some point. Probably also don't need to leave the flash cart in it. Maybe this. I got the flash cart when yeah, this flash cart the guy sold when he sold it to me. It came with it because I think I have like an easy flash for mine. This is pretty nice. I don't know why I bought. I think I bought it because it was like a really good deal. But like now I have an analog pocket, so I don't really use my original handhelds so much. Speaking of handhelds, Tiger Gamecom. Last time I had this out, this did work. I don't, I occasionally lose the stylus and then I find it a few years later. Thankfully, no, the 4AA's aren't in this. This one has, if you're not familiar with this, has like a pressure sensitive, not pressure sensitive, but whatever you call the crappy old versions of a touchscreen. Lights Out was the only good game on this. Like I remember I have Mario in this, and it's just total. Oh, they bought a bunch of licenses, and they total like the games are like total ass. Oh, I just realized probably got a face reveal in the reflection there. All right, a couple of the gun attachments for, I guess this would have been PlayStation 3, right? I forget what these are called. Sharpshooters that you put the move controllers in. These are pretty neat. The SOCOM stickers are pretty lame, but the actual functionality on this thing, where they put the buttons, I mean, like, you know, I've used guns quite a bit, so it's neat that they have like the selector here. You know, it still feels like a plastic toy or whatever, but collapsible stock is neat. Um, yeah. So got a couple of those. Uh, a Super Famicom. I picked this up on my first trip to Japan back in 2014. Yeah, it would have been 2014. Tangies. Let's see if this still works. So this is like a Kickstarter that a friend of mine ran. I don't know if these batteries would still be alive or whatever, but it was just like these kind of, they're supposed to light up. I forget. They're probably long dead. The batteries are probably dead inside them, but they were like a light up toy that, depending on the combinations you put them in, the colors light up differently. It was kind of fun. I mean, we're talking like this was like 10 years ago or whatever, but like to support my friends' creative endeavors. Turbo graphics controller. How's the cord feel? Cord feels pretty good. Yeah, that's a good feeling controller. Oh, hey, another TurboGrafx controller. And then we have a SingStar PlayStation 2 mic adapter. I wonder if the mics are going to be in here. We've got you can tell I've used this a ton. I think this is I think ASCII makes these. Actually, that's the thing, is when you buy stuff from Japan, like, and have it shipped here via like one of those proxy servers, they pack it so freaking good. You can see this is kind of yellow, but it's in the Japanese Saturn colors. It has Sega branded on it, so I guess this would have been like the Virtua stick here or whatever. Feels okay. Buttons feel kind of shitty. It's not like a Sanwa arcade feel or whatever, but is what it is. All right. Got a Game Boy DMG carrying case here. I think I bought this from the same guy that I got that color from. This might be a fun restoration project sometime, to retro bright. But this is a sticker, so maybe I would want to scan that and reproduce that. This foam has obviously seen better days. This, I don't know if you could tell because the lighting's kind of wonky at this point of day, but it's not super. Okay, this has a battery mod. So, yeah, because I shouldn't have opened that. All right, we're gonna leave that off until a time later. I think. Okay, the battery is dead on that. I think this has a screen mod as well. This might be something to do a restoration on as well. This could definitely use some retro bright, or maybe like having it be gnarly yellow is part of the appeal. Okay. There we go. Cool. It would suck if I broke it in the video. I'd feel hella embarrassed. Okay. Got a Wii controller condom. The box for the Nintendo Switch Online NES controllers. I'm like, I was about to say I don't need to keep that. Like, of course I don't need to keep it, but I probably will. Uh, Atari 7800 controllers. 7800 is probably in a different box. Man, this is one of the worst feeling joysticks of all time. They released these because I think the controller that they made, like they were worried about it being too similar to the NES controller, and so they ended up releasing that in Europe. And this here, I think it's this. I mean, this is dog shit. This is absolutely horrible. I do have but again, like I play 7800 on Mister at this point or Analog Pocket. Like the video out on it is such garbage. Uh, my other 7800 controller. Um, yeah, RF switch, Atari era, just gross. I get nostalgic over composite, but RF is a bridge too far. Empty box for a Saturn style USB controller. I use this pretty regularly with my Mister setup here in the office. Mostly because what ends up happening is like my wireless controllers, like I'll go like 2 weeks without playing and then they'll be dead. And then it's like, oh, I want to play now. Oh, I want to go to charge these. I'll just use the USB one. Looks like a music CD that came with Retro Gamer magazine at some point. Oh, C64audio.com. Maybe I'll review this at some point. It's fading a little bit. Paperwork for Japanese Saturn it's got to be this one too. And then look at how clean and white this one is. This one is in great shape. This still has the CD drive in it. I haven't modded this one. This one, no CD drive. I must have intended to put a ODE in this at some point. This one has some yellowing. You can see the difference between that and this. So that yellowing comes mostly from like, I mean, it'll happen if you're a smoker. Obviously, it'll be even worse. But like, people assume they see like a yellow ass console that it's, and there's the controller that goes with that. Wait, what? People like, oh, they must have smoked cigarettes. Like, no, like that's how that kind of plastic oxidizes over time. I'll do a RetroBrite tutorial on here at some point. So this is very similar to that other one, but like you can see the different shape. This does not feel good. This is the ASCII stick for Saturn. It'll do in a pinch. Let's see. This would be a Game Boy Advance to GameCube cable. I've never used this. I don't know where I got it. I guess that's like with a lot of this gear. I've never used it, but I should. All right, getting to the bottom of this box. I'll switch sides. Oh, Steam controller skin. This one is from Steam Dev Days, which it was 2016 the last time they did that. So I was in attendance for that back when I was still in the games industry. So great to not be in the games industry anymore. Let me tell you how they exploit people in the games industry. And you go out and get a real job, they also exploit you, but it pays better. Nobody's expecting me to work long ass hours. Apple TV second gen, probably. I got this at a estate sale, actually not that long ago. I thought I was gonna like mod it or something. I don't know. Toe Jam and Earl soundtrack sampler. Ooh, paddle controllers for Atari 26, or this will work with 7200 too, I think. God, they feel so good. I wonder if these actually work. I know those tend to break. This looks like a first rev of the PS4 camera. What was that, 8th gen consoles? Whatever, Xbox One, PS4. I was super into talking to the TV at that point. I had bought in completely to the hype and lies. It's just some tissue paper. This should be with the gift wrapping stuff. Let's see, power cord for. Oh yeah, that's an Atari power cord. Assume this is probably for the 7800. I've probably said like 7200, 7600, 7800. So this probably is for that. I haven't had a 2600 in forever. I threw mine out years ago after our old cat pissed on it, and it like the piss crystallized because I didn't realize like that she had done it. All right, so we do have those SingStar controllers for PS2 for when folks want to come over and play SingStar for PS2. My roommate and I used to do that at college, like my last year of college. Had Dance Dance by Fall Out Boy, and then Friday I'm in Love. I think those were the two that we battled on the most. Some NES controllers. All right, maybe I should like figure out how to do this so there's like exciting stuff at the bottom instead of this. This looks like another, judging by the weird nub here. Look at the size of that nub. OEM brand power adapter. I have no idea what this is for. This looks shady as hell. 4.5 volt DC, 1.5 amps. I can't think of a console off top of my head that uses that power standard, but oh, and this should be with my like random electrical stuff. So this must be from a universal power adapter because it's got the different tips here, just the tips. Sega Saturn extension cable. Oh, I think this is like a clip to yeah, this is a clip to put your Connect. Remember I said I like talking to the TV. How to put it on top of your TV. God, what a load of bullshit on that. And OEM, PlayStation, RCA cables. Ooh, I might do something with a PS3 and over composite soon. That would be that might be pretty neat. Last two things in the box. Anyone need the software for an old R4 flash cart? Or how about the Persona 4 Dancing All Night original soundtrack? Hey, it's in here. I should go put this in my car. I've been getting back into CDs lately. Anyway, I mean, that's this. If you saw anything in this box you think I should make a video of, just let me know. And if this is like completely boring to you, also let me know. See you next time.